Mute. Mute.
I'm on mute. Sorry.
You're on mute.
That's funny. All right. Now we're ready to start. Thanks, everybody, for joining us in an impromptu situation that we had to pull together in the last couple of days. Really am thankful for you all to show up. You can also, if you can see us on the side, the chat, you can chat with us there if you have questions. But for the most part, we're going to go through, if you haven't watched the video, there's also a kind of like a mini synopsis on our YouTube channel, MIpreneur on YouTube, that we did a week or so ago. And that's up there, as well as on our website, mightynetworks.mn.co. I think I have to
It's mypreneur.mn.co.
Sorry.
Or you can just go to mypreneur.com. If you're in doubt of remembering that, we do have our own domain, mypreneur.com, and you can find everything you need to find us there.
So I want to shout out the folks that are here. We got Lisa. Yeah, we're going to get going here. DeQuincy. I hope I'm saying that that I'm pronouncing that correctly. DeQuincy. And Monique. Thank you all for showing up. We appreciate you being here for this launch.
DeQuincy.
I'm sorry?
DeQuincy. That's her name.
Completely missed that one. I apologize. I should have let Desi lead. If you knew who that was, lead with that one. Hey, Carrie. Hey, James. Good to see you all on the stream today. So I guess maybe we should jump in. And if you have any questions, like I said, put it in the chat. We'll get to them. We do have a Q&A portion towards the end, but we want to make sure that we kind of go over the whole aspect of what we're doing and what this change is, why we changed it, and what the expectations are going forward. So yeah. Let's get this show on the road. So this is us. You can join us on all of our communities. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube is where we are the most, as well as our website, which I messed up already right at the front end,
It's
MIpreneur.
okay. You're learning.
I
Don't
know,
badger
right?
yourself.
Everything is new. And so, oh, I want to
It's all
say,
fresh.
also want to say hi to Ashley, uh, I want,
Mike.
and Mike. Hey, Mike, how are you? Mike from Opportunity Arts. And so let's move on. So this is the question. What is MIpreneur? Desi, what is MIpreneur?
We are actually going to break down today all the details behind MIpreneur. We're going to tell you a little bit about our vision for MIpreneur, our mission, our tagline, and what we're going to offer you. But first, we're going to talk about just reiterate a little bit the reasons behind the transition from the Lansing Marketing Hackers to MIpreneur. Carrie, the domain is MIpreneur, like the name on the screen right there. What is MIpreneur? So it's MIpreneur.com is where you can go to find the links for everything. You want to skip 2 slides?
Sure, I can do that for you.
Go back one.
Go back one.
Yeah, there you go. So first, again, we're going to talk about moving from Lansing Marketing Hackers into MIpreneur. So this is a little bit of a new journey for us. We want to redefine the scope of the community. Paul, you have been around for all of Lansing Marketing Hackers, right? Talk a little bit about that part, how you were in it and how we're moving through it.
You know, what's funny is like I'm one of the founders of Lansing Marketing Hackers. Back in 2016, 2017, somewhere around that time, Leo Dion, who had this idea of creating a networking presentation style situation for the marketing world, and so we really leaned into really creating presentations, some educational aspects for marketers in the Lansing area. Of course, we always live streamed them or recorded them. We recorded them first before we went into the live streaming, but yeah, we did that all over Lansing, had a ton of different really key presentations. So we did that since 2017. And so Desi and I felt like, you know what? I think we've kind of evolved. I mean, there's more presentations, more aspects that we can dive into other than marketing. And so that is the shift. And so we're happy at Lansing Marketing Hackers did the job that it was supposed to do over the past few years and made it through the pandemic. We did a lot of virtual presentations and events through that that were really popular. But it was time to evolve again. And so that's why we're here to talk about this new venture that has some old aspects to it. We're just basically carrying it over, just really aiming it at a new audience.
Yeah, so we want to definitely talk to the broader scope of, we were already talking to small business owners and entrepreneurs and professionals. That doesn't change. We are specifically going to focus on those in Michigan and those from Michigan because we're here. We're in Michigan. We're Michigan business owners and professionals and entrepreneurs. And there's a certain level of nuance that comes along with doing things here. So we want to be able to highlight those things and help everyone through that journey. So if you skip 2 slides, there you go. MIpreneur. This is our definition slide. MIpreneur, the MI in MIpreneur stands for Michigan. The preneur represents the entrepreneurs, professionals, and business owners that are building a brand or business. MIpreneur in general stands as a testament to our commitment to fostering a vibrant and inclusive community for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and professionals across Michigan. So, who we are. We're born this year is when we're making that transition. We are primarily based in Lansing. We do have a larger vision of expanding and having things happening more outward of just the greater Lansing area. But this is a social learning and networking community that we're building. We want members to be able to explore, connect, and thrive together.
Yeah.
Just like we did for Lansing Marketing Hackers, we'll still host bi-monthly events, but the focus of the topics that we talk about are going to be expanded beyond marketing to focus on the entire experience of building a brand or business in Michigan.
And I want to like touch on that aspect because of the branding of it being MIpreneur. So Michigan is the focus, is the target, as opposed to when we had Lansing Marketing Hackers right in the name, it narrowed our market to just the greater Lansing area. And so I think right there is one of those things that really helps us maybe branch out a little bit more. So if those who are outside the Lansing area, if there's a presenter or an event that you think that we can assist with in that regard, we would like to have that conversation.
Yes, we definitely are going to be looking to collaborate with other organizations and individuals across Michigan, looking for sponsors. We want to connect with those other individuals to be able to provide as much beneficial information as we can to our target audience. So
Nice.
our tagline,
yeah,
Paul,
which I really like.
I came up with the MIpreneur.
Yep.
Paul drove it home with the tagline.
Oh.
So, Paul, what's our tagline?
Well, as it says right here, the location never changes, but the people do. Now, that may sound like a misnomer with where we're trying to target, but we are really, what it means is like the location never changes. That means it's Michigan. We're located here in Michigan. We're really focused on the entrepreneurship community within Michigan, but we want to make sure that we reach more and more people. And so that's what that means is like Michigan is our location that won't change, but the people who come in and out, who present and or network or build this community, help build this community, those people will change. And so because we'll grow,
and there'll be different people.
Yes,
right?
and there'll be
It's a variety.
And that's the whole point. So yeah.
So that is our tagline. Yes, the people come in a variety and they will be the ever-changing part of our community that helps it grow and expand beyond what it is now. But the location will always be Michigan. So our mission is to offer a supportive and safe environment where members can engage in meaningful conversations, access valuable resources, establish vital connections, and find unwavering support on their entrepreneurial endeavors.
Absolutely. And we will be, and this is one of the things that we carried over a bit from Lansing Marketing Hackers, where we really focused on not just the presentation aspect, but also the networking aspect, because every other month we did a presentation, and on the opposite month we did a networking event. And so that is something that we want to really kind of like carry through, but in a more intentional way. Oh, we've talked about what MIpreneur is, but who the heck are we, Desi?
Right. So a little insight into us. My name again is Desi M. Slaughter. My name is Desiree. As you can see there, I prefer to go by Desi, but I'm not going to shun you if you call me Desiree. Sometimes my mom, when she called my name Desiree like that, I know I'm in trouble for something. So Desi, it's a little bit more fun there. I am the owner and the branding and marketing specialist behind Brand Impress Studio. Through Brand Impress Studio, I do branding, WordPress websites, content marketing, and business strategy for entrepreneurs, professionals, and small business owners. I recently joined the Lansing. I am the newest host of the Lansing Marketing Hackers, as it were, and going into being added to the team. I just wanted to find different ways to be able to use the things that I know to help grow the community. So I have a very big marketing background. Marketing was easy for us to get into, and marketing is a very big part of every business. But me and Paul frequently talked about the whole of the experience and the different things going on with that. So see y'all, my mama in the comments yelling my name. I told you. So that's how we got to the change that we're at now. My handle, just like my name appears on the screen, is Desi M. Slaughter everywhere. It's also my personal blog and website. So you can definitely connect with me through those areas. But to work with me, you want to go to brandimpress.com, and I'd be happy to help you with your branding, WordPress websites, or content marketing.
And then, of course, there happens to be this guy here. As it says, I'm the owner and creative video strategist for Introduce Multimedia. Introduce Multimedia is a video storytelling agency that uses or really works with nonprofit organizations and small businesses to really share the positive impact that their mission has within their communities. And so we also provide event-based video production, live streaming, and podcasting support and development. And so those are the areas that I fall in. So it's like that we're two marketers, but we're also two business owners. I've owned the business since 2001. And so in various incarnations, it became, when I moved it to Lansing is when I really expanded what the services were that we did and really dove deep into becoming the full business owner that I am at this point. Paul is, with my name, Paul. Paul is Paul. That's all it is. I know that. So one syllable. That's it. It's not like Desi. So she has 4 letters and two syllables. It's not fair. So, anyway, but yeah. So that's where I'm at, and and diving into the business aspect and the entrepreneurship aspect that we will be doing going forward. And so, oh yeah. Yeah, Carrie, it has been a lot longer than 2 years. That's a typo. It said it established it 2 years ago. No, more like 23 years ago. So anyway, that's on me. A copy and paste faux pas right there. Anyway, so if you have any questions about video strategy, video needs, video questions, all of that, you can connect with me on at unaduce.com. So now that we've introduced ourselves, introduced what MIpreneur will be doing, let's get into the nitty-gritty about what are the things that, as MIpreneur, that we're going to be doing within the community. So what are we going to be doing? Should I go to the next slide? Is it all on the next slide? All right. Here's what we're going to be doing. Take it away, Desi.
We are still going to be offering our bi-monthly community events. Again, that right now that is starting out in the Lansing area, but we will be doing video for our events so that you can join in from all across Michigan. Bi-monthly for us is every other month, in case you weren't aware. We're not doing 2 a month yet, but eventually, we'll get to that point. We have our online community, and we also have an email newsletter that we're going to get into sending out this year. Yeah. And we're going to talk a little bit about each of them on the next slide.
Okay.
So bi-monthly events, we have TikTok for Business and Fractional CMO are going to be our two upcoming events so far. So you can plan for those in advance. Again, the website, MIpreneur.com. If you go there, we have an events calendar on the website. You can subscribe to the calendar and have it in your own Google Calendar. So you just get the notifications for the events as well. But yes, we're going to continue to do bi-monthly events locally. We are going to have them here so you can come in and be with us in the flesh, and also have them virtually.
And that's always been the case. Well, I should say always been the case, but mostly been the case with the events that we do in person, that we will be live streaming them, as well as they will be recorded for um, uh, later sharing. And we have, like Desi said, these two locked in for the next couple of sessions, but we're always looking for presenters. So drop us a line and let us know if there's a subject that you are interested in to learn more about. That would be one of the things that we do, is we'll look at those aspects, whether it's, in the financial realm, whether it's in the website realm, or, it can go beyond just marketing. It can go through leadership development, stuff like that. So we're all ears. We wanna learn as much as you do when it comes to our in-person events. And like I said, they will be live streamed.
Yeah, and another note for our events in that same vein, we're also always looking for sponsors for our events. We like to be able to provide lunch at our in-person events, and we also look for location sponsors, collaborations, as well as presenters. On our website soon, you'll be able to find a link to a form that you can submit your interest for being a presenter or a sponsor, etc. And we definitely are looking for that support, as we are a volunteer-based operation. We do rely on those relationships that we have with sponsors and partners and speakers. And we're also going to be accepting donations throughout the year as well, to help us with hosting more meaningful events for you all. So we also have the online community. We've been speaking a little bit about that. For this one, I can speak a little bit about, this was one of the newer things to Lansing Marketing Hackers when I became a part of the team. We did have a meetup group where we were on there, connecting with our members in that way. But we wanted to be able to communicate with them more, as well as Meetup had a certain price tag. It was a bunch of other factors that went into it. And we thought about doing a Facebook group. A lot of people are on Facebook, but we definitely wanted a space that we can make more our own and have less of the distractions of being in a Facebook group, right in our own space. So we chose to go with Mighty Networks. That is where the mn.co part comes from. M is for Mighty, and the N is for networks. In Mighty Networks, we are able to have a mini website with kind of like our own mini Facebook group off of Facebook. And you can connect with other members. There's different groups that you can join as we create them. We have a section for our blog. We have a section for a library where we offer resources. Around our events, we're going to be publishing a blog post, whether that's like a recap or an article based around the event itself. Our vision is to also get with our presenters and have them, help compose these resources and blog posts around their events so that they can offer you resources as well. we want to create those direct connections to within the community. So joining through Mighty Networks is painless. Just needs your first name, last name, email, and a password. You can subscribe using your Google account, your Facebook account, and some other things. But definitely, we encourage you all to join the community, because that is where we're going to be spending most of our time giving out updates. Our Facebook page is our main social network as far as posting, but most of those posts are going to be happening in the community first, and there's going to be other things that are only happening in the community. So definitely join in, because that is how we can create that space for meaningful conversations, offer you those valuable resources, and give you the support that you need on your journey. We also are going to be doing an email newsletter. With the transition from Meetup, one of the biggest things that we realize is that we want to be able to connect more directly with our members. So yes, we're using Mighty Networks for our community, but the reality is using any one of these third-party sites is not going to guarantee that we can keep in contact with our members and let them know exactly what's going on. So through an email newsletter, we are able to get your contact information outside of these places, and we can meet you right in your inbox. So sometimes, there may be Facebook is down or whatever is going on the internet. It might be internet in that day. We will be able to connect with you right in your inbox and let you know the updates that are happening and where you can connect with us and how you can stay in the loop. So on our website, there's a button that says subscribe in the footer. You can click on it there and join the newsletter to get those updates. Thank you, Ashley.
Awesome. Thanks, Ashley. And thanks to everybody. Now, let's hear from you. Do you have any questions about what we've just talked to you about the mission that we wanted to do, about some of the ideas that we have, anything that that's kind of like a burning question you may have, since you decided to be early adopters and joining us on this live stream that we had to throw together really quickly. But not only that, but we already had events planned with our name attached to it, and platforms that we developed or shifted over. So is there questions about all that? What is our reasoning? I felt like we were pretty clear, but we want to hear from you if you have any questions on that aspect. So Carrie has a question. Are we open to leadership related speakers? Absolutely. In fact, I know that some of the things that we wanted to do that we've talked about is potentially, having themes around the speakers. As of when we did Lansing Marketing Hackers, the themes really revolved around different marketing tactics, but now we want to look at it as business tactics or strategies. So leadership is really one of the big aspects of being a business owner and entrepreneur, and learning more techniques within that realm is absolutely key. So yes, we are very open to having leadership related speakers in that regard too, because that's all part of being a MIpreneur.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I mean, so if you have a certain topic that you want to discuss, and therefore, if you have an idea, we'll put you in a rotation, or if there's like I mentioned before, if there is a topic that you would like to hear from a speaker on, we can do that as well. So here, Mike has a question. I keep hearing the community. Can you please define who and what you mean by the community? Who do you envision as the community for MIpreneur going forward? Thank you. So we touched on this a little bit, Mike, but I think that basically we define the state of Michigan's entrepreneurs and business owners as the community that we're trying to reach. And that's who we want to really incorporate and involve in, in the presentations we do, any of the social aspects that we do. We really want to really look at that. And when it comes to entrepreneurs and business owners, that means any and all entrepreneurs and business owners, those that are really looking to gain new knowledge, gain new insights, learn from the presenters, learn from each other, that type of thing. It's about growing this ecosystem. So I hope that answered your question a little bit.
I can add a little bit to it to help out as well. So, like, when we mention the community, we're not only talking about um, the general aspect, but also the literal aspect of our online community. So, depending on the context, we could be talking about the online community, where we are specifically trying to grow that group of members. That is where we want to foster the connections between individuals and business owners. Um, Individuals and business owners and entrepreneurs that need that sort of support. So our community in general is based on the principles of collaboration and knowledge sharing and fostering connections. That's why we host in-person events as well as virtual events. We want to be able to share that knowledge on a broader scale. We also want to offer a space for these individuals to network with each other. Sometimes, with our busy schedules, we wear all the hats. Being able to be connected with other people who are striving and aspiring towards the same things will help you grow. A lot of people look for their business bestie and things like that. You just may find that right within this community. So, we do want to be able to foster those vital connections between people as far as building our community, but also offer a physical community space for people, for you all to connect.
Okay. Next question. This is from Lisa. So I'm a dinosaur in marketing. Will you offer a how-to segment for marketing? Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because the next two presentations do focus on marketing because they are kind of carryovers from Lansing Marketing Hackers. But we'll always have at least 1 to 2 presentations a year on marketing, most likely, or at least one. But we do want to make sure that we focus on other aspects of business for entrepreneurs as well. Anything you'd like to add with that one, Desi?
No, you covered it. We definitely are the biggest thing is that marketing is not going to be dropped from our line of programming. It's just not going to be the primary focus of all of the year's programs. So definitely, if there's any things that you want to know about, that's also why we want to encourage people to join the Mighty Network community, because outside of doing an actual event, maybe a lot of people need help putting together a marketing plan. Well, in the community, there is some templates to help with putting together a marketing plan because we did do an event on that. Maybe people want to know how to write a business plan. That's something that's going to be added to our resources soon. Whatever the aspects of building a brand or business that you want to know, marketing is still going to be a very big part of that, and we'll still be um, putting that type of information and programming out.
One other thing before we move on to the next question, concerning the marketing. we MIpreneur took over the Lansing Marketing Hackers YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel still has all of our video presentations on different aspects of marketing. So you can check out all of those videos that we have in the past on 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 YouTube. So those are all there, and they're available to look at on that. We didn't delete the channel; we just changed the name to MIpreneur. So next question: is there an age limit? Our younger professionals and business owners welcome. Thank you for the question, Ashley. And absolutely, there is no age limit. We have really opened this up as a community. And we just talked about what that community looks like and what it is going to entail. And so I think that, I think it's also about what stage of in business or entrepreneurship you're at. I think, student-run companies all the way up to multi-year companies. I mean, there's always an aspect of, to learn from. Yes, some of the presentations may be more advanced than others, and so that's where we'll probably let you know or what kind of level it is on, whether it's a beginner level, whether it's a more advanced, so people know exactly what to expect from us when we put presentations on. But that's a getting in the weeds aspect. But right now, I don't feel like, to me personally, I don't know if there can be an age limit, because an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur, and a business owner is a business owner.
Yeah.
Whether you're like 18, 17, or 85. So there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned from each other. A lot of new aspects, a lot of new techniques. Things change. So yeah, absolutely. Anything else on that there, Desi?
No, you said it. You said it perfectly. There's no real age limit. I mean, if anything else had to be said, primarily most of our events have been in neutral places in the community that, there could be a younger professional that joins in for those, but that also, we have the online. Do they at least have to be legal age to own a business? It so there's a lot of child entrepreneurs out there. They're supported by their parents. Um, we envision MIpreneur being all encompassing to those entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals who are building a brand or business in Michigan. That is a vision of being able to foster that youth entrepreneurial spirit as well. Primarily, most of our demographic has been adults, those in college and above. But that isn't to say that if a younger professional, for instance, right here in Lansing, there is, another entrepreneur that hosts an entrepreneurial camp for youth. We could definitely partner with them and, offer some education and resources to those youth. We don't have an age limit on providing that information, because once you become an entrepreneur or a business owner, everyone kind of has a level playing field with the amount of information that they're going to be looking for or obtaining. So there isn't necessarily an age limit, but our demographic right now is primarily adults.
Exactly. And also, the fact of the matter is, we want to make sure that people have access to this information, because what if they are trying to they're thinking about maybe starting a business, or trying to learn or trying to network with some other entrepreneurs and business owners while they're contemplating uh, maybe starting a business. And therefore, that's another reason why all the presentations and any of the social aspects we do are free, um, as resources for those folks, as well as, already established entrepreneurs and business owners, because we don't want to limit somebody's ambition to maybe develop something that they want to share, and they want to put it out there. And so we'll have those information, we'll have the network to steer them in the right direction, um, for that. So I don't think we're going to kind of so it's an open situation. It's just really for people who are serious about being in business, being an entrepreneur, or going into that realm.
Yes. Yeah, were there any other questions down there floating around?
Those are some great questions. We really appreciate the questions that we've gotten so far, because it really dives deep into what our goals are with being this entity that's brand new, but not. It's more of an evolution than it is about being a brand new entity. But we want to make sure that it's very inclusive to those who are interested in learning more, and being a support system. Because as somebody who's been uh, in business since, like I said, although my bio was mistyped, it's been more than 2 years, it's been 20 plus years, I'm still
Yeah.
learning, I'm still growing, I'm still trying to understand what the world is going to be like from year to year, and that has an effect on my business, on the people that I have employed, and the clients that I take on. And so it just, all of that, you're just constantly learning, because things change, technology changes, uh, laws change, all of that aspects. And those are some of the, and all of that you have to keep in mind when you're trying to run a business. And so we're trying to be on top of that as much as possible. So, so I guess we can go to the next slide, which is, I
We're
think,
gonna we're gonna go to the next slide so that I can say something, and then we're gonna skip the slide after that. But we do want to hear from you all as far as what you're looking for from us specifically. So if you haven't already, please go follow us on our Facebook or LinkedIn page, or again, join the community. So that way you can give us your feedback. We're going to be sharing out a form link, a little survey to get your feedback on what you're looking for from us to help us plan our events for the rest of the year, as well as our content for the year. So if there's anything that you're dying to see from us, please complete the form, the survey, so that we can get that and build that in, because the community is not about us, it's about everyone. And we need as much input as we can to help us provide you with the types of resources, information, and connections that you need.
and finally, here's where you can reach us all. I know, uh, you know, Ashley, you were looking for where you can find us all. This is it. We've been mentioning it: Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and the Mighty Networks, as well as the website. So all of those aspects are going to help us provide you with the information that you need, and also hear back from you on things that you want us to focus on. I know there's some things that Desi and I are talking about expanding to, into more face-to-face stuff, but we'll keep you posted on anything that we come up with, so you'll always be in the loop.
And thank you all for joining us and being a part of the conversation and helping move it along. We definitely wanted to make sure that we gave an explanation into why we made the change from Lansing Marketing Hackers for all of our OG members. and what to expect for anyone that is just now joining in with us and looking for more support beyond just marketing. So thank you all for joining us. Definitely look for these videos on our YouTube and go to our website and complete our forms and let us know what you want to see from us, because that's how we'll make this go round.
And don't forget our first in-person presentation for the year. I know it was supposed to be today, but we shifted him to June, but we'll be in April, where we talk about using TikTok, especially for your business. So make sure that you tune in there. If you can be with us in person, you are more than welcome. Just stay tuned for when that is all going to be happening. Thank you all again on behalf of Desi. And I thank you for joining us, and we hope to catch you on all of our networks going forward. Have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you.